Sairam students. So we were discussing about the poem The Song of India written by V.K. Gokak. Correct? So V.K. Gokak decided to sing about Mother India. He asked her which subject he should select to sing about her. In the beginning, in the first stanza, he decided to sing about the geographical features, geographical beauty of Mother India, taking the examples of the snow-covered Himalayan peaks. Then whether he could sing about the three seas, correct, which made India a peninsula, correct. Then mother asked him to sing about the beggars, lepers who crowd in the streets of Mother India, and the filth, dirt accumulated in the streets of Mother India. Then he decides to sing about rock cut temples, means the architectural beauty of Mother India. Then the epics in stone. So what are epics? What are epics? Epics are poems or stories, correct, of heroic deeds, of legendary heroes, about their deeds and achievements, adventurous tasks. So epics are the stories or poems about of heroic deeds. Then why did he call epics in stone? Means every temple has a story behind it. That story is written on the stone walls of temples. So they are called epics in stone. Important question. Correct? Then he described about the prophets and seers, their contributions, how did they guide the pilgrims. No, she didn't give him permission. Correct? She asked him to sing about whom? Next, see. She gets angry. Her words, angry words, beat into his ears like a gong. They flew about him like wild, large birds. Correct? Then he decided to sing about the which one? Industries, industrial development, technological development. No, she didn't agree. Correct? Now, come to the next stanza. Nervous, I yet would ask, deeming it my task. So, he considered it is his task. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? What song? Shall I sing of the dam and lake, of steel mills, the shipbuilding yard, of the men that work hard to technologize, to put you on the page of the atomic age? Said the mother, of these you may sing, but sing also of the strikes early and late, of iron men that come in their wake, of class war and its correlate. See the stanza. Nervous, listening to the response of Mother India, poet felt nervous. Nervous means upset. He was upset. Though he felt upset, he considered it is his task, his work. I yet would ask you, deeming it my task. Deem means believe. Deem means believe. L-I-E-V-E, think, deem, consider. I consider it is my task. What is the task? Asking you. What song shall I sing of you, O Mother India? What song shall I sing of you? What subject should I select to sing, to praise, to glorify you? Mother India, O Mother, what song? Please tell. Shall I sing of? He requests Mother India. Shall I sing of what? The dam and the lake. Shall I take the examples of dam and lake? Means to build dams we need technology. Shall I sing about the technological development of India? ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿದಂತಹ ಭಾಗವನ್ನು ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Of steel mills, shall I sing of what? Steel mills means industrial development. Shall I sing of the industrial development? Shall I select the aspect, the subject of industrial development? The shipbuilding yards, these include industrial development. So India is industrially developed country. Shall I sing of them? Shall I praise? Shall I glorify that one? Of the men, shall I sing of the men? Whom? That work hard. Who is working hard to make India a powerful nation like other countries. So many people are working hard to make you powerful as others. Shall I sing of them? To technologize. Why are they working? To technologize, to make you a technologically developed country. Shall I sing of them? Those people, contribution of those people. So they are working to put you on the page of the atomic age, to put you on the page of technological development, to put you on the page of atomic age, means nuclear weapons. Shall I sing of them? Shall I select these topics to praise you? Said the mother. What did the mother say in her answer? Of these you may sing, you can sing, you are able to sing, you are powerful, you are stronger enough, you have knowledge, you can sing. Of these, it is easy. But sing also of these strikes. You can sing all these technological development, atomic age, industrial development. But at the same time, sing also of the strikes, the banks, the strikes, early and late. So mother forces him to sing about the struggle, sing about the strikes of the past and the present. Many strikes, many struggles. So sing of them. Of iron men that come in their wake. Wake means path. So these strikes and the people or leaders who emerged after the strikes. So sing of whom? Sing about the strikes, sing about the strikes, and sing about the leaders, sing about the iron men who emerged after such strikes. So concentrate on them. Of these you may sing, but sing also of strikes early and late, of iron men that come in their wake. As a result of strikes, many leaders came out. In their wake means who come right behind them. Them means strikes. Iron men means harsh men. Then, of class war, sing of what? Class war and its correlate. Correlate means connection. As a result of class war, there is inequality. Correct? There is inequality. So sing about them. So class war means conflict between the privileged and the unprivileged. So there is a class war. There is a difference between privileged and unprivileged classes, underprivileged classes. So sing about that underprivileged, sing about that class differences, sing about privileged class and underprivileged class, sing about what rich, poor, developed, underdeveloped, correct? So sing about them. So mother tries to make him concentrate on the problems faced by India, correct? Then come to next stanza. So he thought that mother is not allowing him to take the subject, correct? So what was the result of that? Querulous. Querulous. LOUS. Querulous means dissatisfied, discontented, dissatisfied. He was not opposite cheerful, opposite contented, satisfied. So querulous, he was dissatisfied. He was murmuring. Murmur. Querulous means murmur. Then querulous, I said, who is querulous? Poet is querulous. Why? Because he was not allowed to sing about Mother India. Is there no song? So he is helpless. He asks Mother India, is there no song? Whether there is no song, Amma, Taye, ಭಾರತ ಮಾತೆ, ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯವೂ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? ನಿನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಕೊಡು ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ನೋ ಸಾಂಗ್? ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? ದಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. ವೆದರ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. So when did he say? As the mother objects every subject of praise of her, he asks her whether there is any subject which would lead to a song in praise of God. Whether there is no subject, ಯಾವ ವಿಷಯವೂ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅದು? ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಹೋಲ್. The song should be heart whole, means complete. Meaning is given there. Heart whole, which is should be complete, and unalloyed. Alloyed means unalloyed means pure. Alloyed means mixed, impure. Unalloyed, unadulterated means pure, qualified. So here unalloyed means not mixed. So what kind of song it should be? It should be complete in itself. It should be pure. It should be joyful. A song of pure joy. I should sing. A song, that means the poet wants to sing a song which is complete in itself and which will remain in the minds of the people forever. Correct? That should be the subject. A song, that should be the song bathed in the stainless blue. Blue means ocean. Blue means sea. Stainless blue. Stale means dot. Stainless blue means clear sea. Means a song of pure joy, song which is complete in itself. Unwavering, vapor means ಆವಿಯಾಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. Unwavering ಕಾಣೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆವಿಯಾಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. Unwavering, very clear, free from doubt. Unwavering in the void. Void means empty. In the void or vacant. It should not become a vapor. Means the song should be complete and it is of no doubt and it should remain forever. That should be the kind of song. Correct? It should remain forever. A song bathed in the stainless blue, unwavering in the void. Unwavering in the void meaning is given there. That which does not disappear into nothingness means it should remain forever. He requests. Then what was the response of Mother India? At that, now the poet is answered by Mother India. So how did she answer him? How did the poet get answer from Mother India? Important question, remember. What is the vision of vision? See, at that, the mother rose, risen, draped in the sky, in blue sky, milk white ocean heaved round her. Their waves were entrancing and enthroning light, on which she sat and wrote the book of the morrow. Her forehead opened like earth's destiny, yielding the sun god, cancelling all sorrow. It was clear dawn, like a nightmare fled the night, and the sunbeam was as the hand that saves. This is answer. At that, when he requested her, for that, the mother rose. Suddenly, the poet saw mother rising from the sky, blue sky. Mother promises him a flash of glory. She rose with the blue sky covering her. Drap means cover. D-R-A-P means cover. To spread over. The blue sky covered her. She rose. Then milk white oceans. What are the oceans? The three seas. Arabian Sea in the west, Bay of Bengal in the east, and Indian Ocean in the south. So three seas. We see milk white oceans, the foam. When the water forcefully touches the motherland, her feet, it creates foam. So the milk white oceans heaved, meaning is given there. What? Moved with power. So three seas moved with power towards Mother India, creating milk white oceans, foam. Round her means milk white oceans surrounded her. See the imagery. Then their waves of the ocean, water, their waves were entrancing. Entrancing means charming. Charming means attractive. It beautifies Mother India. Entrancing and enthroning light means, enthrone means put on the throne. ಸಿಂಹಾಸನದಲ್ಲಿ ಏರಿಸು. ಸಿಂಹಾಸನದಲ್ಲಿ ಏರಿಸು. ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಎಂತ ಎಂಥ್ರೋನ್? ಡಿಥ್ರೋನ್, ಕೆಳಗಿಳಿಸು. Enthroning light means the waves in the oceans were very beautiful with the radiance shining. Enthroning light on which, on the waves, she sat. Mother India sat. See the imagery. She sat on the waves and wrote the book of the morrow. she began to write what? The book of the morrow. Book of the morrow. Book of the morrow signifies what? Bright future. Bright future of India. New reign of India. New rule. Bright future signifies bright future, means Mother India starts writing the book of morrow, means she changes the future of India. She is ready to change the future of India. How? By cancelling all the sorrows, all the pain, all the problems of India. So by cancelling all the problems, difficulties of India, she began to write the book of morrow, the bright future of India. Then her forehead opened like Earth's destiny. Changed the destiny of India, changed the destiny of earth. Then, bright future is like the bright sun. So, sun gives us brightness, sun gives us life. Sun makes, the bright sun makes all the creatures on the earth happy and active. In the same way, it is like the bright sun. Then, next see. Her forehead opened like Earth's destiny. Hanebaraha, Adrishta. Yielding the sun god. Sun god. Now we can see the sun god. Yielding means giving, yielding means rewarding, yielding means returning. So sun god came back. Then yielding the sun god cancels all the sorrows. Remember, sun god means cancelling all the problems. Sun god destroyed the darkness. See the sentence. Yielding the sun god, cancelling all sorrow. Sun god cancels, sun god destroys the darkness with the powerful rays. Sun god wiped out all sorrows, all problems. There we can see the sun god shining, cancelling all the sorrows. This is the meaning. Then, next. It was clear dawn. Clear dawn indicates a bright future. Remember, bright future. So, clear dawn, like a nightmare fled the night. Bright future is like a clear dawn. Problems, what happened? Problems will flee like a nightmare. When there is a clear dawn, all the problems will flee, run away like a nightmare. Nightmare ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂತ? ಹಗಲುಗನಸು. ಎಚ್ಚರ ಆಯಿತು, ಬ್ರೈಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಹಗಲುಗನಸು ಓಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಸೂರ್ಯೋದಯ ಆದಾಗ, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಡಾನ್, ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಸಹ ಓಡಿ ಹೋಯಿತು. ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Nightmare, flee, fled, fled. Flee means run away, fled past tense, fled past participle. Flee, fled, fled. Like, so night indicates sorrow, night indicates problems. Now there is no problem. And the sunbeam means save the people. Sunbeams will save the people. Sunbeam, beam means ray. Beam means ray. Rays. Sunbeam will act like how? Hand that saves her people. So here, and the sunbeam was as the hand that saves, means sunbeam will act as a hand that save the life of the people. Correct? Why? Because there is prosperity when there is sun's rays. There is happiness when there is sun's rays. So, sunbeam indicates life. Sunbeam indicates cancelling all the sorrows. Correct? Then, and the sunbeam was as the hand that saves. There is a bright future. There is happiness. Correct? People feel that we are saved. Correct? This is the poem. Then, sunbeam will act as a hand. Here, in this poem, the poet encourages new ideas. I think you understood the vision of the poet. Time will come to establish what? New ideas. On the whole, see, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? All sorrows and problems and sufferings come to an end. New views will come and make the people happy. Sun God will protect the earth and saves the people. The poem highlights the bright future of India. The last stanza highlights the bright future of India. All the people work for the development of India, for the progress of India. There is no discrimination. There is equality. There is no inequality. India has natural resources. India has patriotism. India has manpower. India has wonderful technological engineering areas, temples, technology, but it also has beggars. It also has filth, dirt, ignorant people, helpless people, revolts, struggles, strikes. There is beauty in India. At the same time, there is ugliness. There is prosperity in India. On the other side, there is what? Fertility. Fertile land, unfertile land. Advantages, disadvantages, achievement, failures, everything. But we hope that India is prosperous. Correct? Why? Because Mother India writes, changes the future of India, giving a bright light. Correct? I think you understood the poem. Now, I have sent the notes in WhatsApp. I think you completed. If there is any doubt regarding this, please WhatsApp me. Correct? Easy questions are there. So, we shall stop here. Okay? Sai Ram.